So the timber we have already discussed. Now we will be moving on to geotextiles. As you can see into the picture, that they have got several uses. What are geotextiles? As you can see onto the screen, geotextiles are permeable fabrics. Permeable means anything which can let pass the moisture through it or water through it. So, but there is a degree to permeability. That permeability can be designed. So, geotextiles are permeable fabrics which, when used in association with soil, have the ability to separate, filter, reinforce, protect, or drain. That means these are the functions which can be given by the geosynthetics in collaboration with soil conditions, and if any other extra material is going to be there, such as we say RCC, if it has to be incorporated with RCC, then that material along with geotextiles is going to perform these 4 to 5 functions. Typically made from, this has to be remembered. Just a second, students. Made from polypropylene or polyester, geotextile fabrics come in 3 basic forms. So this is the polypropylene or polyester. These geotextile fabrics come in 3 basic forms. Woven, looks like nail bag sacking, needle punched, heat bonded. These are the types of sheets. The structure, the configuration, as you can see, is different. These all are geotextiles, but you can see by the texture itself, it is visible that how different it is from, you can see that how different they are from one another. This is also a geotextile. This is also a geotextile membrane, but their texture shows that the woven configuration is different because the process used to make them is different, and they serve the different purposes for which they have been actually customized by the producer as per the client's requirement. Functions of geotextiles, it is filtration, drainage, separation, reinforcement, and sealing. That is, these are, we will see in subsequent slides which these functions actually means. By the name, something is clear that it is being used for filtration, depending upon whether what is the size of the geotextile through which the anything can pass through. Drainage, it is being used for the drainage purpose, especially if it is being applied externally later on when already the structure has been constructed. So we have got several forms of geotextiles. In some of them, which are quite hard, can be used separately for the drainage purpose, as they can be 100% impermeable sometimes. Reinforcement, we use geotextiles as reinforcement also sometimes, where we have to stabilize the soil conditions. So it works as a reinforcement to stabilize the soil conditions, to increase the bearing capacity of the soil in uniaxial compression. So you can see this is a condition where without geotextile, how the behavior is going to be there under the same conditions, and when you are having a geotextile here, then what is going to be the difference in the pressure distribution to the subgrade. Now this geotextile has made somehow the stress distribution even in this particular range. So what was our first? It was filtration, then drainage, then separation. When we want to differentiate two layers, when we actually want the two different materials to be separated with their own contributions for the said purpose. Filtration, the equilibrium geotextile to soil system that allows for adequate liquid flow with limited soil loss. That means you have provided a layer here, and you are allowing with the help of this particular layer a limited amount of water. A limited amount of water you are allowing to penetrate through it, so that the soil is retained where you want. Allows for adequate liquid flow. That is why you can say optimum liquid flow has been maintained. The limited soil loss or no soil loss. The plane of geotextile over a service lifetime. So it is going to serve for a certain limit of the time before it, because you know every time any material which comes into the contact with water, one day or the other it is going to depreciate, it is going to be destroyed, it is going to be not serving its purpose anymore. But that time limit can be designed by you, that depending upon the quality of the geotextile and the amount of water inducing problems for the geotextile. So now you can see you are allowing something to pass through it, and you have provided a drainage hole also. So this is a separation type of channel in between. So it is acting as a filtration membrane. Drainage, transmissibility, they are one and the same thing, because the same purpose can be used for the drainage. That is, the strength has been maintained here, and the drainage is going to be, strength has been maintained here, and the drainage can be done. It is from outside, it can be used like this. System that allows for adequate liquid flow with limited ability of thick non-woven geotextile, whose three-dimensional structure provides an avenue for flow of water through the plane of the geotextile. That means, as you might have seen, for drainage purposes, we use several types of materials are available. Recently, since last 2 to 3 decades, we have got PVC, polyvinyl chloride pipes, which were not there before at least 3 decades ago. And now it is the common practice to use PVC pipes only. Now similar is the case for the geotextile. Depending upon its hardness, toughness, its in which form it is available. And again, one more thing, where it is going to be applied, where the feasibility of the PVC is not possible, or where a better drainage conditions can be allowed, keeping the financial constraint into mind, and hence we can use geotextile because geotextile is quite costly as compared to PVC. Separation, the introduction of a flexible porous textile, which is geotextile, placed between dissimilar materials so that integrity and function of both the materials can remain intact or be improved. Now you can see here these two layers have got two different functions to be performed. This is crushed aggregate layer and this is a native material, so they have got their own different purposes. But if we are not going to separate them by any separation layer, they are going to mix with each other and their own individual purpose or functioning based on their own mechanics is going to be lost. And that function can be anything. It can be toughness, it can be hardness, it can be resistance to penetration, it could be stress distribution, it could be void ratio, maintaining the void ratio, or maintaining or not maintaining the permeability. Any properties can be there, specially designed by a special layer. So if we have to maintain that particular property of that layer, then in that case we have to provide a separation layer where we can use geotextile. Reinforcement, as I've already explained, now it is a common practice to use geotextiles for reinforcement. Most of the times in early days, approximately 2 decades back, first and foremost use of geotextiles was in strengthening the road surface, the road pavement. So what it used to be done that beneath the asphalt layer, we used to provide geotextile layer so that there is an even distribution of the stress and the asphalt also retains its place for a longer duration of time, so that the durability of that particular pavement is retained for a longer duration. Geotextile acts as a reinforcing element in a soil mass or in combination with the soil to produce a composite that has improved strength and deformation properties. So it is being used along with soil and sometimes it is being used with lime. Lime आपने सुना होगा चूना जो होता है. So it is used with lime and soil mass along with geosynthetics to strengthen the subgrade of the soil for different purposes, to stabilize the soil conditions, or even as I have already told, in different layers of the highway pavement. उसमें अलग अलग लेयर पे आप 2 लेयर में या 3 लेयर में या 4 लेयर में अगर geotextile को डालते हो so that particular pavement is strengthened. But the only thing is that the stiffness of the geotextile which you are using should be known to you. That should be properly designed use. ये नहीं है कि आपने कोई भी एक geotextile मार्केट से उठाया, आपको लगा कि ये geotextile benefit करेगा मेरे pavement को, and you have applied it. What problem it can create is the stiffness of that geotextile. What is the layer above that geotextile and what is the layer below that geotextile is going to play a vital role in final decision of the behavior of that particular pavement, whether it is a flexible pavement or it is a rigid pavement. Sealing, that is the classic application of a geotextile as a liquid barrier, is paved road rehabilitation. As you know, it is geotextile is highly impermeable. So it does not let the water to pass through it based upon the use. If you want the water to pass through it, then also the geotextile is available, as we have seen in filtration. In filtration, it is letting the water pass through it. But if you want to 100% stop the water ingress, then that is why it is being used for sealing. A layer has been introduced here, which is not going to let the water pass through it. If you are having a crack, suppose you have to repair a pavement locally, and you are it is possible for you to repair it locally using the geotextile. So it will not let the water pass through it. As it has been shown here, you are having a crack in the lock at a local location, which is not extending throughout. So this pothole can be rectified. It minimizes vertical flow of water into the pavement structure. Types of geotextiles: woven fabrics, non-woven fabrics, and knitted fabrics. Design properties. See, I am from the start of the lecture, I am saying that most of the properties, most of the purposes which a geotextile is going to serve are dependent upon the design. Suppose you have used a certain geotextile for filtration purposes, but the strength of that geotextile in compression is very feeble, and the use is also inadequate, that you have directly placed it above a highly loaded traffic. So that is not going to serve the purpose for which you have used it. So you have to keep track of the design parameter which is most important for the purpose you are going to use. अगर आप इसको रोड के लिए यूज कर रहे हो तो कौन सा डिजाइन पैरामीटर क्रिटिकल होगा? shear क्रिटिकल होगा, फ्लेक्सर क्रिटिकल होगा, टेंशन क्रिटिकल होगा या कंप्रेशन क्रिटिकल होगा? ये आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा अगर आप इसको रेजिडेंशियल पर्पसेस के लिए यूज कर रहे हो. So what is the problem that you are having? Is there a water ingress? Is it going to be drainage? Or if you are using it for soil stabilization? So to increase the bearing capacity, कौन सा पैरामीटर है जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है, रिक्वायर्ड है, उसके हिसाब से आपको जियोटेक्सटाइल डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा. एंड देयर कम्स द रोल ऑफ द puncture strength, burst strength, dynamic puncture, permeability, apparent opening size, grab tensile strength, and elongation. So they all have got their own importance. That means, as you can see in the 4th point, permeability, where you want to use it for sealing, then this particular parameter, permeability, is going to be dominant. This is the only parameter which you are going to take care of critically, very critically. Other parameters you can of course do away with to a certain limit. So what is the puncture strength? To measure puncture resistance stimulates puncture strength to static load of aggregates. Puncture strength, as you might have studied in concrete technology also, that is, we check the punching shear. It is a kind of vertical impact. It is a kind of vertical impact force that is immediate, exactly in the vertical direction, load applied, which is having a force which can puncture through the material, which can puncture through the material. So that is resistance to puncture. This is measured in Newton. That is why I said force. इसीलिए मैंने shear force का एग्जांपल लिया, क्योंकि shear force क्या होती है, वो भी एक force होती है which acts exactly vertical. So as it is force, it is going to be in Newton. So similarly, it has got the same way. The only thing is that the geotextile is going to be tested for puncture strength in a different manner as compared to your concrete, because concrete is highly stiff material. Burst strength means stimulate strength of geotextile to a continuous hydraulic load. That means, as you know, the word burst says, which is most of the time used for pipes. And pressure, as you can see, we are talking of Pascal here. That means whenever you are using geotextiles for drainage purpose, you are using the geotextile as an external drainage system, either for the superstructure or for the substructure, which is superstructure to substructure. तो आपका जो मटेरियल है ड्रेनेज का, उसमें से जब प्रेशर से पाइप जाएगा, पानी जाएगा, so it will be calculated as a pressure. That is why it has been used, the Pascal is used. So whether your geotextile material which is being used for drainage, it can be open drainage, it can be closed drainage. In case of closed drainage, the pressure becomes critical. तो क्या आपका मटेरियल उतना प्रेशर झेल सकता है so that it does not burst, जिसको हम फटना भी बोलते हैं. So that has to be checked for certain special purpose. Dynamic puncture to falling objects. Again, impact load. That is impact. One is thing that you are implying it is at a constant rate. Another is it is an impact load. That is why dynamic puncture resistance. So that has to be checked again for the special purpose, where the dynamic puncture type of force can be generated in civil engineering infrastructure. Wherever it is there the dynamic puncture has to be checked. Permeability measures the rate at which liquids can pass through the geotextile. Wherever we are, as you can see, wherever we need to have the permeability through the geotextile layer, there the coefficient of permeability, which you find out in the laboratories, structural laboratory of the civil engineering department or at the project site. There we find out the coefficient of permeability, कि कितना permeability हमें allow करना है और कितना permeability ये geotextile इस वक्त हमें दे रहा है. अगर आपकी permeability ज्यादा आ रही है as per required conditions, then either you have to customize the geotextile or you have to replace the geotextile completely. You will have to use another geotextile which is going to give you the permeability as per your requirement of the project. It is centimeter per second minus thickness. So these are some of the factors which are going to be influenced also. Apparent opening size, largest opening dimension available through which the soil may pass. This is important. Tensile strength. Because geotextile in itself does not have any compressive strength. The reason you know very well that it has got very less thickness, and that is why it only serves all the purpose, all the properties, all the mechanical properties of the geotextiles are dependent on the its tensile strength and the elongation properties, till which stage it can carry the load in tension. अगर आप उसको ऐसे भी रख रहे हो और ऊपर से लोड लगा रहे हो, is it traffic or something else, then how far it can stretch, because on its own plane it does not have any compressive strength. It is going to resist every load by its own tensile strength, which is quite high as compared to any other material onto the existing, because geotextile is another kind of FRP, fiber reinforced polymers. If you might have heard the name, FRP का नाम सुना है किसी ने? फाइबर reinforced polymers, कंक्रीट में हम कहीं पर यूज करते हैं इसको. So geotextiles and fiber reinforced polymers all have got very high tensile strength, and due to which they resist all the other types of load by their intrinsic behavior of the tensile strength along the plane of geotextile by loading it continually. So along the plane means if it is the thickness, this is the sheet of the geotextile, this is going to be along the plane and this is going to be out of plane. Even in out of plane, if it is going to bend like this, its tensile strength is going to be dominant to resist that out of plane load. Areas of application of geotextile: flexible pavement road construction, drainage applications, pavement overlays, flexible pavement road construction, service life of roads, load carrying capacity and rutting. It is going to improve these properties under the category of flexible road pavement construction. So it is going to increase the service life, load carrying capacity, and the deterioration in the form of rutting. Excellent drainage. We have got some factors here. What are going to be the parameters of selection of geotextile requirement? Depends on survivability governed by anticipated construction stresses. That is, these are some of the factors which are important and critical as far as the decision or the selection of the geotextile is concerned. These are some of the, you can see the uses: laying over the surface, which we are using it for dumping a particular material which should not be mixed with the layer beneath. Rolled in sheet, again for some specific purpose. Benefits of using fabric interlayer. Interlayer word has been used here. That means intermediate layers. Pavement overlays, we know it can be in two ways, either quite above, close to the asphalt, or it can be in intermediate layers between different subgrade layers of the pavement. Waterproofing of the lower layers, retarding reflection cracking in the overlay, increase in structural stability due to the proper stress distribution, absorption of stresses, that is, it is stability increases due to this reason. Here you can see we have got the topmost layer as asphalt, then one layer of geotextile, then there we have got the subsequent beneath layers. If you are improving an old pavement, then also it can be used this way. And if you are constructing a new pavement, then also you can use the geotextile either in one layer beneath the asphalt or in multiple layers. Always keeping the property of the geotextile into consideration कि आपको कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी उसकी चाहिए. आपको आपके पास डिफरेंट सबग्रेड लेयर्स हैं, but using multiple layers of geotextile could also hamper your purpose. So for that case, you have to remember the things critically. Capabilities of paving fabrics. They reduces the permeability, reduces infiltration of moisture. ये दो चीजें जो हैं, ये दो फैक्टर्स क्या हैं आपका, दे आर रिलेटेड टू endurance, durability or endurance of any project, whether it is going to be road or RCC project. So if your because moisture ingress and a limited permeability are the two important factors which are responsible for damage of the pavements or any other civil engineering project if they are not being timely taken care of. So they maintains the strength of subgrade, subbase and base course. अगर आपने उसको प्रॉपरली इंटरमीडिएट लेयर्स में डाला है तो सभी लेयर्स की इंडिविजुअल जो स्ट्रेंथ है वो मेंटेन रहेगी, and that will of course increase the durability of that particular pavement. It is going to maintain the pore pressure also due to lesser ingress to maintaining the moisture and permeability. These are some of the properties. The installation procedure of the geotextile in case of pavements, the surface is cleaned. जो आपकी surface है उसको clean किया जाता है. Cracks are filled or repaired. अगर आप crack या छोटे छोटे पॉट होल्स हैं उनको आप फिल नहीं करोगे तो आपका जो जियो टेक्सटाइल है वहीं से पंक्चर हो जाएगा, बिकॉज shearing force will become dominant. So you have to fill the cracks with, you can say, either epoxy, bitumen, asphalt, injection if your budget is quite high, strong. If you are using it for residential purposes by the common man, then they can use their own method to fill the cracks, which is economical and feasible in their budget. Then that paving fabric is laid with minimum wrinkles. Finally, hot mix overlays placed. उसके बाद ऊपर से हम उसके ऊपर हॉट मिक्स ओवरले सच एज एस्फाल्ट और बिटुमेन हम डाल देते हैं. So you can see here into the figure that either it is being done automatically, every whole the process is done automatically. And first the cleaning is there, then optimum moisture maintenance is there. Sometimes we have to give moisture also. It is not like that कि always हमें moisture reduce ही करना है. अगर आपका राजस्थान में प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है और you have got less moisture onto the surface, which can be responsible for the cracks into the pavement while you are putting the geotextile layer. So you might have to induce moisture into the layer where you are going to place it. And then the subsequent process can be done automatically. This is for the drainage purpose. They have used this particular pipe which can be of geotextile. Now it can be of PVC also. They got the special reasons that why are we going to use a geotextile, which is quite costly as compared to PVC. It is, you can customize the geotextile against the extreme chemical actions or extreme temperature conditions, which cannot be done in polyvinyl chloride. So that is why we used it for drainage purposes. Geotextiles are an efficient, effective, and economic method of solving most of the geotechnical problems in roads. New tool for solving them. So you have to customize new tool. That is means you can customize your geotextile for the use of your project. That is the purpose of a design engineer or a site engineer.